Hi, thanks for joining me for this week's quick business tip. Today, we are unlocking the client attraction formula. This is your step-by-step guide to turning complete strangers into raving fans who just can't wait to work with you. Now, I'm sure you know that having a fantastic service or product is just not going to cut it in today's market. It's a lot like having this delicious three-layer chocolate cake with creamy, luscious dark chocolate icing and hiding it in your basement. Nobody is going to know about it unless you set it in the middle of your gorgeous kitchen island and invite people to take a bite. There are far too many businesses that fall into the trap of thinking that if they simply exist, clients will magically appear. But there are three problems with that type of thinking. First of all, if nobody knows that you're there, let alone how amazing you and your services are, you're just like that hidden chocolate cake in the basement. And you're buried under all of the boxes and layers of dust that are down there. The second problem is that while you might attract some clients, many of them are not going to be the right fit for you. It's a lot like throwing a big birthday party, just having a bunch of party poopers show up. And the third problem is that even if you are successful for a couple of months, typically that's followed by several months of crickets. It's a lot like riding a roller coaster ride blindfolded. While it can be incredibly exhilarating, it's not predictable, and that is just no way to run a business. Now, when I first started my agency, I really thought that I could hide behind my business and the website that I put out and the awesome service that I provided would be enough. But no surprise, it wasn't. Not until I started intentionally putting myself out there, connecting with my perfect clients, and showcasing the expertise that I had in my industry through my customer success stories, that's when everything changed. So, how do we go about cracking the client attraction code? This is a very simple formula, but it's going to take time, effort, and a willingness to really come out, be authentically you, and shine like the bright star that you are. There are 5 steps to the client attraction code that I'm going to talk to you about today. And again, this isn't rocket science, but you have to be willing to put in the time and the effort. The first step is you have to know your client inside and out. I'm I'm not just talking about demographics here, and I say this a lot on this podcast. Demographics are age, location, sex, marital status, education status, and these are all important, but they're not what is really at the core of who your ideal client is. You need to get a deep understanding of their desires, their biggest fears, the things that are keeping them up at night. And you need to be using the exact same words that they use to describe their problems. Now, a lot of people in the industry are going to call this a client avatar. And when you have this completely fully fleshed out, then you are ready to really dig into the process. Now, the avatar is going to give you the first step that you need to really speak to your perfect center of the bullseye client. But how do you go about speaking to them? You create what we call a compelling marketing message. Think of this as sort of the guardrails that are going to keep you inside so that you don't talk about all 12 things that you are able to do for your client, all 12 problems that you solve. This is kind of like give you some lines to color inside that paint the overarching umbrella of the problem you solve and the solution that you provide. Now, I understand you can work with so many different people and you can solve so many different problems for them. But when it comes down to it, the reason that your perfect ideal clients, the ones that you want to clone, came to you in the first place is typically one main overarching problem. And then you probably solved a lot of sub problems underneath that for them. So find that one overarching problem, find that one overarching solution that you can really focus on that is really going to speak to the client that you want to work with over and over and over again. And then paint your marketing message all around that. When you do this well, you will have your perfect ideal client thinking, oh my gosh, they can read my mind. And then they will immediately start to trust you more. The third step to the client attraction code is building a lead magnet that not only speaks directly to your target audience, but also shows you off a little bit and makes you stand out from the crowd. Let's do a quick review. A lead magnet is simply something that is absolutely irresistible that you can offer to your very specific target audience at no charge. A lot of times this is going to be a checklist, a mini video course, a template, or an ebook. But it's going to solve a specific problem for your ideal client. You offer this in exchange for their email address. Their email address brings us to step number 4. Once you have your email addresses, you want to nurture them like the precious little plants that they are. We don't want to just collect email addresses, deliver your free lead magnet, and hope that they take the next step towards working with you all on their own. Instead, we send them that valuable content that you've already created and then follow up in a few days with personal stories, either your own or your past client successes. Follow up in another few days with other bits of helpful information that's going to add value and show them that you truly care. Because it's only when you water those little email seeds that they blossom into loyal clients. The 5th step in the client attraction code is to master the sales conversation. This is when we want to ditch the sleazy or pushy sales scripts and instead simply have genuine conversations, human to human, about how you can help them with their problem. This is simply a friendly chat, not an intimidating interrogation. So now that you've gone through all 5 steps and you've attracted and converted your perfect clients, we want to turn those clients into raving fans who want to tell everyone how awesome you are. And there are 3 ways that will almost guarantee referrals for you. The first way is to simply over-deliver. Go above and beyond their expectations because everyone expects you to do what you say you will. Look for ways to add just a little bit more, even if that little bit more is simply treating them like a person and not a dollar sign. The second thing you can do to get more referrals is ask for feedback. By asking for feedback, you're showing them that you care about their experience and that you are always looking for ways to improve. Simply sending out a quick email or text message that says, hey, how could I make this program even better for you is a great way to not only increase their trust in you, but also a way to improve the program that you are offering. The third way is simply make it easy for them. Create a simple system that allows clients to refer their friends. And it never hurts to follow up a referral with a surprise thank you gift. It could be a book or a Starbucks gift card or something that is even more personal to them. Attracting clients isn't about luck. It's not about hacking the algorithms or pushing some kind of easy button. It's about truly understanding your audience, crafting a compelling message that resonates with them, and building genuine human relationships. Now, if you're ready to unlock more secrets of your client attraction, schedule a free strategy session with me. In this session, we will take a look at your current marketing strategy, and I will point out areas where you can improve. We'll brainstorm some ideas on how you can make those improvements, and you can start turning strangers into raving fans. Thanks for joining me. I'm Jennifer with Limitless Impact Agency.